Secrets of Happy People, Episode 18. No Blame Culture. Recently relocated to the United States, I met one I would confidently describe as one of the calmest, wisest, and happiest persons I have ever met. We met at a high school where we both had taken our children. He had come to drop off his kids who schooled there, and I was there seeking admission for mine. He was a tall man with smiley eyes who exuded the aura of a priest. But more particularly, he struck me as a Nigerian like me. I approached to introduce myself, and we immediately struck up a friendship which has deepened, and I have grown to depend on him like an elder brother. I was looking to get into business, and someone had introduced me to one Mr. Manu, who ran a construction firm. He was also a Nigerian. So I figured my friend Beze would probably know him. Surprisingly, not only did he know Mr. Manu, he actually had had dealings with him. He said Manu turned out to be his worst nightmare since arriving in the US. Beze had invested heavily in his firm. The crooked Mr. Manu had lived and worked in the States for decades. Hence, Beze felt lucky at first to partner with him. But according to him, Mr. Manu turned out to fully justify the warning that often goes out to Nigerians relocating abroad to stay far away from fellow Nigerians in matters of business. Manu duped Beze horribly, almost totally wrecking him and his family. He capitalized on Beze's ignorance of US laws and banking conventions to dupe him terribly. As Beze narrated his ordeal, I felt so incensed that I could have strangled Mr. Manu if I saw him. I just could not believe how wicked one could be to a fellow Nigerian. But the most shocking part of the story was that Beze said he had forgiven Mr. Manu and personally accepted the full blame for what happened. He said he blamed himself totally for somehow attracting such a criminal into his world. He explained that as a principle, he never blames others for anything that goes wrong in his personal life, because he knows that he has all the God-given powers to avoid mishaps, except when he is somewhat negligent. He said he thus never blames others for his pains. He said this attitude of accepting total responsibility for his life helps to guide him, helps to keep him vigilant and spiritually wide awake. I then began to understand why he could be so calm, so sweetly happy and graceful, even while narrating such a harrowing ordeal. It struck me then that for me to achieve a life ambition of joining the ranks of happy people like Beze, this attitude could probably be the steepest mountain that I might have to climb.